small transaction that originated on an online marketplace ad led me to this garage. More details coming up after the channel's intro. On the previous episode, I was talking about featuring my buddy's red NSX on this channel. Unfortunately, his car is at the shop going through some maintenance, so we're kind of pushing back that feature to another episode. From time to time, I source some of my car parts through online communities like forums or marketplaces. And on this episode, I have an interesting backstory for one of the most recent purchases I have for my 911. A couple of weeks ago, I stumbled across an ad for some Michelin Sport Cup 2 tires, and after I made contact with the seller, I found out that he was quite a far distance from where I live. And in Southern California, I'm out in the Inland Empire, and this seller was all the way out towards the valley. So we're talking about maybe 85 mile drive. Every time I do deals online, I kind of do my due diligence and get some information on the seller. So when I looked at their profile, I noticed that there was pictures of a lot of nice cars. And at the time, my first thought was maybe they're a digital creator or maybe a photographer. But I had no idea that all these cars that I saw pictures of were actually this car. So fast forward to today, and I bundled a few things that I wanted to get done towards that area and try to make my trip worthwhile instead of just doing one thing. So let's jump in the car and head out and see what kind of cars I'm talking about. On the way up to LA, I stumbled across some interesting cars. One of them was this GTR with a new livery, which appears to be a Red Bull. Right when I pulled up to him, you could see everything was actually taken in real time, how fast he accelerated. I was pacing about 70-75 miles per hour, and I guess he waited for the freeway to open up, and that's when he punched it. Passing by me during traffic was a nice clean AMG C43, and it was wrapped in, I believe, Miami blue. All right, we're here at Archie's house, and he just picked up a NSX, and he told me that the mileage on the car was 400,000 miles, and when you look at it, it doesn't look like a 400,000 mile NSX. Down the street is Rustic. What's it called? We're here in the valley, and down the street there's a Rustic Spoon Thai restaurant, so we're gonna stop by and have some lunch here. We started lunch off with some egg rolls, and then we got some pad see ew, as well as some spicy eggplant with chicken. Can't forget the Thai tea when you're eating Thai food. Best part is the mixing part, where all the milk mixes with the tea. If you've seen the channel before, you'll know that I collect some of these 124 scale model cars. And on this episode, I have a new one to add to my collection. And this is the McLaren 720S that Jason Statham was driving in the movie Hobbs and Shaw. And so this is the spin-off from Fast and Furious. I've been meaning to get this car for a while now. It just stumbled across me when I was in Target the other day, and I was able to find one. It was, to my surprise, actually on sale. So I got a pretty good deal on this. The following slides are some pictures of some scenes in the movie. The McLaren 720S remains one of my dream cars, so it's something that I am hoping to have one day. On the way back home, I came across this, what looked kind of like a Bosa Soko style car, and right in front of it was a Audi R8. I'm not too big on these hella flush type cars, but what stood out in this car was the wrap, and it had some type of crystal texture, and that really caught my eye. So that's going to do it for today's episode. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you on the next one.